and sometimes, when appropriate, the weather. And we mediate between one another using the dice to try and keep things a little bit fair, which means that players can succeed spectacularly against the odds or fail hilariously at things that they should really be able to do. Yeah.
Just to clarify, he didn't get the number wrong. I'm just here to help out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. What was I saying? So, yes, we've got 129 hours of backstory, so let me fill you in. No, I'm not. But just very briefly, every character is going to be a member of the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel, who on their last official voyage awakened an evil dead god who tried to kill them all. And they cast a very powerful magic spell to get away from him, one that they didn't quite have full control over, and sent them to a brand new reality. And ever since, they've been desperately trying to get home by recreating the spell. In the last little arc, it's about as fantasy as it can get. They were taken to a flying city of wizards by an old ally, and they were asked, as people outside of the politics of this city and the politics of the government of this city, to help solve an assassination, help find out who assassinated Brother Fenlon, of the Grand Magi of the city of Clafford. And they spent a very long time piecing together clues that we, the GMs, thought were really obvious. But it's always obvious when you're writing it, isn't it?
I got that pretty fast.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
I did not.
And they have found out that it is Kank, the brother of Lank, who is the head of the School of Illusions, who said, it makes perfect sense for these two, because they've been here through the whole little arc, and you're just there shaking your heads. Anyway, they've just tried to confront Lank, and Kank, and the very last thing that happened was that Kank disappeared. I did not write these names. Okay. So before we jump straight back in, let's go around the table. Let's learn who our players are, what their characters are. Give us a little bit about your backstory of your character. What distinguishes them from the rest of the crew, starting with Isla on my right there.
Yeah, so I'm Isla. I am playing Noggin, who is a gnome rogue. I am the ship's dentist, and I collect shiny things and teeth.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Molly, and I'm playing Merla, and I'm a lookout.
The lookout, awesome, fantastic. It's good to have more lookouts, because then they can get shifts in.
We only have one on 10.
I'm Johnny. I'm playing Alistair Vondercompt. He is a dwarven bard and the ship's scribe. And he's just an all-round swell guy.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Alana. She's an elf wizard. She was a chef, and she snorts when she laughs.
Awesome. Always nice to have the galley crew along as well. Now, you'll notice we've got a rogue, a bard, and a wizard, which makes, in technical terms, this party, it makes what we call it squishy. It's bad when the bard turns to you, as he did just before the stream, turns to you and says, "Does that mean I'm the tank in this particular situation?" But yes, it would. So what just happened is that there's lots of technical jargon there. Yeah, we need a jargon, like the... anyway. They opened the door and they saw this round room made of beautiful blue glass, just like the rest of the College of Illusion. And in the middle of this round room full of blue glass was a plinth on which stood a very powerful magic orb. And the head of the Arcane Research Department, a gnome called Brina, recognized it as very, very strong magic that's altering the fabric of reality as we know it. Then Lank, who came down to confront his brother with the party, shouted at him, and Kank disappeared. And that is the very last thing that happened. However, back on the Spirit of the Horizon, in the galley, I presume, a strange gold sparkle starts to go over your skin. Sorry, remind me your name again?
Of male character.
The character.
Alana.
Now, you've heard of this teleportation magic. A lot of people have been doing it around the ship. Not of their own free will, but this is the first time it's happened to you, and as it plays across your tongue, you feel a strange metallic taste, almost like you've been holding a penny in your mouth. And then suddenly, you're not on the galley of the ship anymore. You're in this beautiful gold and blue glass corridor, and ahead of you, you can see other members that you recognize from the Spirit of the Horizon, especially a dwarf bard who has a lovely hat that you've had your eye on ahead of you there. And the same thing happens. Were you working on lookout when it happened to you, or were you asleep, or where were you?
I was working on lookout.
You were working on lookout up on the crow's nest, and this gold spark goes across your skin, and then it gets so bright you can't see for a moment, and then you're in this beautiful blue golden glass round room, and there seems to be a strange lizard man next to you in these blue robes who's shouting, "Kank, stop it! Stop it! Come out again now!" What would the party like to do? Anybody want to do any reactions?
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
You may cast Dispel Magic. Yeah, sure. What level are you casting that at?
Ooh, level 4.
4. So describe to us, Alistair, how you cast Dispel Magic in this case.
When he goes invisible, I'm going to go, ooh, he's gone invisible.
Sure. And having done that, you see a lizard just go, "Damn it!" Suddenly now visible again. Can we get not really battle music, but something with a bit of pace, a bit of urgency?
Can I shout something else to him?
Yeah, go on. What do you shout?
I say, don't throw your life away, Kank. There's so much to live for.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, it's good. 24.
Better be. Wow. So Kenk turns to you and goes, "Really? What do I have to live for now? My plans have been foiled. Admit it. You're going to take me from this place and put me before the dark courts, and I will not survive." And on that note, he just stands there pointing with a fire behind his eyes at you.
You have a brother that loves you, Kank. And what do you think will happen to you if you take you against your will? If you go before the court and explain, then there might be a chance.
And the thing just looks at you and stares you in the eye. Roll a persuasion check. What is anyone else doing at this point? You see this dwarf ahead of you.
21.
I want to look around for other exits in this room.
Roll a perception check. 21, he's just standing there like,
12?
Can I approach him?
sure. There are no other exits from this room that you can see.
I'm gonna hide.
You're a rogue, fantastic, yeah. So what I need you to do is roll a stealth check for me. So you take that 20-sided die, and then in this bank of skills, you roll the die and add the number next to stealth. Oh, that's good. 28. Yeah, she's gone. You spot a hiding place over behind a shelf, and you're just like, if I go now, no one will see me. And you scamper over to the books, and you hide behind this pile of books that's just on the floor. And you look around, and everybody's so distracted with what's going on, you know that nobody knows where you are. Fantastic. Yeah.
Is Detect Magic on Arcana? Or is it separate skill?
If you have the spell Detect Magic, it would be just you just cast that spell. Otherwise, it would be an Arcana check.
Okay. In a fit of I have no idea where I am. I'm going to cast some mage armor.
Yeah, fantastic. You cast mage armor. How does your mage armor appear?
A shining, silvery, glittery suit of armor.
Just a suit of armor?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Suddenly you're kitted out.
Shiny.
It's going to be very distracting for Noggin.
Has a hat as well. An exact copy of his hat.
Okay, but this time it's silver and...
Silver and shiny.
Yeah,
And
cool.
slightly bigger.
I want it.
19.
19 on Arcana check.
No, on the mage armor. Cause it's
Oh, no, you don't need to roll for that.
Because you're
So
willing,
you
you just touch yourself and you're done.
Yeah. Just mark the spell points off.
The folder in front of you is a book of spells if you do want to reference that at any point.
Okay.
Yeah, we made it large print.
It is alphabetized.
Alistair, let's... Alana, so you cast this spell. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You sticking where you are? Behind you, you can see a tall spiral staircase. Ahead of you, you see members of your crew trying to argue with a lizard man.
Well, I'm going to go up and join them.
Okay, fine. Alistair, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk up to him like this.
Sure. And as you approach him,
I'm gonna say, Kang, dear Kang, I am not afraid, because I know you to be a wise man, and you will lay down your arms.
well, you can't see that he's got any arms.
You will stand there indifferently.
And he's still pointing at you, fire behind his eyes. And as you go to hug the lizard man, the finger that's pointed out passes into your chest. And then,
And then I just lose it. Like,
It-
oh, it's not real.
so Noggin, you were looking for new exits to this room. You
Yeah.
can't see any at the moment.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I think hiding is a very good idea. So I'm gonna hide, but as I do, can I look around for shiny things?
Roll a percent. Yeah, roll a.
Just in case.
Declare whether you're rolling your perception or your stealth first.
Okay, I am rolling perception first.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Okay. There's a big pile of books over on the left. They have some nice shiny covers, but I mean, that's a pain to like take it off the cover.
Yeah.
Just behind you is one of the cooks, one of the chefs, Alana, and she is in the shiniest hat you've ever seen. It's pretty shiny. It's pretty shiny. You have no idea how this hat has evaded you on the ship for so long. Also, there is an orb, of course, in the middle of, and it's very shiny. Beautiful glass with these electric sort of shafts going across it, very much like a Tesla orb kind of thing.
Right. Can I go up to the orb and poke it with? I have a pen.
Sure.
Pen.
Did you roll your stealth check?
I did not roll myself check. I will roll that now.
Oh my god, it
That
doesn't
is
matter too much.
A 26.
A 26. I rolled a 2, so sure, you're gone. You're in the wind. Nobody knows. So you're poking it with a pen?
Yes.
Okay. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
That is a 38.
30. Hang on.
And I read a 19, and I've got a +9.
28.
Sorry. I got excited there. I can't do math.
I was like, 38 is possible, but you're level 10. Like, that's
Not at this level.
28.
level 10 out of 20 for the uninitiated. So a pen.
Yep.
And this suddenly, as you poke it, the entire floor shifts
Oh dear.
slowly, a sort of, and you hear this groan as the very earth itself starts to tilt.
Noggin.
And then when you take the pen away, it slowly rights itself again. And Lenk, the high leader of the school of illusion, looks over at you and goes, "Don't do that! Why would you do that?
It was shiny.
We are here to protect the orb, not poke it.
Sorry.
You were the chosen one." Couldn't help myself. Right. Sorry, remind me of your name. Merla, you haven't had a turn for a while. What would you like to do at all?
So if you don't know what you can see, you could roll a perception and see what you can see. Or you can ask him, he might tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll a perception check.
Okay, yeah, roll a perception check.
So that's this one again.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I'll see if I can get out as well.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
11.
11. So you're looking at the exit, you look at the door that you came in from, and all your friends are there. Your fellow crewmates of the Spirit of the Horizon. And then enough time has passed now, just because this door didn't exist when you asked for it earlier, that you look over to the other side of the room and you see suddenly there's a door that you hadn't seen before, and it leads to a spiral staircase. Those are the two exits in the room.
Still move and do action.
Can I reach the spiral staircase?
Absolutely. It will take you the entire rest of your turn to reach the spiral staircase.
Okay.
Roll another perception check for me, though, while you're doing it.
17.
17. As you approach the staircase, you can hear a of somebody climbing the staircase, ascending it above you. Alistair, what are we doing?
Can anyone see him?
Nope. You can't see him.
Can I cast locate creature? Does
That
that work?
would work, yes.
Just in the
Locate creature. Let's have a look-see. Oh, here it is. Alright, there is no save. Wow. Yep, you know where he is. He's gone up the staircase and that door that's just appeared on the other side of the room. Mark the spell points off, and that's your action. As long as he's within 1,000 feet of you, you will know where he is for the next... I didn't check the spell's duration.
He's going up the stairs, everyone.
Where'd that door come from?
It's been there the whole time, Noggin. You've gone mad.
Up to an hour, but bear in mind it's a concentration spell. So you can't cast another concentration spell without losing it, okay?
So I'm going to run to the door.
Absolutely, that's the rest of your turn. Alana, as you approach, you see Noggin, the ship's dentist, eyes you, and you wave, but she's like... And she's looking at your hat. And then there's general commotion, and everybody starts moving towards the door. Lenk moves, and Merla moves, and Alistair moves, and they're all headed towards the door.
I just feel generally uncomfortable at being stared at.
It's so shiny.
Stuff like that. And then I just kind of shrug and follow along. I'm not a leader, I'm a sheep. Just go with the crowd.
Absolutely. Alana falls in behind the rest of the crowd. Merla, you're leading. I presume, Noggin, are you going as well? Or are you staying here with the shiny orb that will change the earth?
I think that's cool, but I was told not to touch it. So. And when I touched it, it went...
Since when has Noggin listened to that?
Since it makes the whole room shake, apparently.
Yeah, the room shakes. It's scary. I
Okay.
don't know what's real and what's not. And I'm very confused, so I'm just going to, follow through this door that wasn't there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're all heading up the stairs, but Merla, you're heading up the stairs first. As you move towards the door, the rest of the crew have come to join you. They seem to think that the guy who you're trying to find, is heading up the stairs ahead of you.
So can I follow him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow him. Now, as a rogue, you can move very, very quickly. Because in mechanical terms, you have one action, one move, and one bonus action in a turn. but because you're a rogue, you've got a special ability that allows you to use all 3 of those to move, so you can move 3 times as quick as anybody else. Would you like to do that? Okay, no worries. Roll a perception check for me as you sprint up the stairs. Oh wow, that's
20.
very good. 20.
Modified, not natural.
I thought you rolled a natural 19.
Yeah. Oh, was it perception or sound?
Perception. Oh yeah, 20. Modified 20. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I apologise. Let me just see how he's doing. Oh dear. So as you sprint up the stairs, you know you heard footsteps out here, and the stairs open up suddenly, and there's this beautiful blue glass castle, and there's people in blue robes moving all through it. You get the impression that they're students because they're all holding books and coffee and joking about. Never mind. But you can't see where this lizard creature is that you're supposed to be finding. You know that he was here somewhere. As the rest of your friends crash up the stairs past you, Noggin, Alistair, anyone want to chip in? We're not necessarily in dexterity order.
I still know where he is.
Yes. Just about.
I see him.
No.
I'm gonna keep following
Okay.
my gut.
And Alistair just runs out of the front of the door.
Follow me!
Is everyone following him?
Can I try and take, what's your name?
Alana.
Can I try and take Alana's hat?
Roll a sleight of hand check. Please roll a perception check for me.
That is now I'm not good at maths, we've established this. 27?
27.
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. You wait until you make it look like a polite thing. You're like, please go ahead of me. And as you bring your hand over, you just try and the hat, and it would normally work, and it feels like it's real, but it's stuck to her head. And oh, this is magic again, isn't it?
Oh, nothing's real! I don't like this place.
Noggins existential crisis, everybody.
Cool. So the entire party bundles out of the front of the School of Illusion, and they start heading south down towards the edge of the city. As you run through the city, you can see the thunder clouds that this city floats on, just curling up around the edge of this precipice, this just sheer drop at the edge. And there's a great plaza, and Alistair, you know that he's heading across this plaza. Are you still following him?
Yep.
And then the trail ends at a prison. But it appears to be an abandoned prison. And the walls are very dirty, and they rise up 3 stories, covered in black. Nobody's cleaned this place for a while. And the door is actually slightly off its hinges. This has all the hallmarks of a secret lair.
This has all the hallmarks of a secret lair.
Have you been inside many?
A lot. More than you think. He's inside, I think.
Let's go
Do
inside.
I feel that he's inside, or is it just lying?
He's somewhere in this building.
He's inside. What do we do?
Lank has not kept pace with you, by the way, as an old Komodo. So it's all you, buddy. Except you do see that there's another spellcaster has joined you, Alana.
Can you do fireballs and things?
I can do many fireballs.
Let's go!
And yeah, let's go.
Oh. Ask him.
Does the monster thing know we're here?
I don't think so, but as a magic user, he might have detected that I used magic on him.
Maybe we should stealth just in case.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that, but okay.
We're rogues. We can
Yeah.
do this.
We can go
And
one step
besides, if
further.
he's detected you, he hasn't detected us.
Oh, that's a really good point. And what did you say?
I have scrying.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, I don't know whether you heard, but Merla said, besides, if he's detected you, that doesn't mean that he's detected Noggin and Merla.
That's very true.
Cool. So would you like to cast scrying?
I would. That's a fun thing for it.
Now, you're not particularly familiar with the person in question because you only saw an illusion of him as your dwarven friend tried to hug it. But you could give it a good punt.
Do we have anything of his?
We have a letter written by him.
Oh, you do? I'd forgotten that.
If I can have that.
No, she handed it to Lank.
I have some of the little coins that he magicked. They technically kind of were his. Now they're mine, obviously. But
Possession is a -4 on the check. Just saying.
Possession
Yeah, any possession of theirs.
is a -4. He's... Okay, so you sit down. This will take you 10 minutes, remember, scrying. So is the party willing to...
I'm not waiting that
I'll
long.
be concentrating to make sure he's still in the building.
Okay, you can split up.
We could.
I'm not
Let's.
So we could sneak in
stealth
and they could do magic.
The rogues are
could
going
possibly
ahead.
go wrong?
What could go wrong?
This went so well the last time.
What are we looking for again?
Yeah, maybe formulate a clear plan this time and don't just go charging off.
So I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm sort of in charge again. You do some scouty, and we do some magicy.
Magic.
And then we'll just see what happens.
Good plan. I think we have thought this through very well.
So much better than the last one.
Is there a door that we have to break down?
Not yet.
But we can use like thieves' tools to try and pick locks and things. So we've got this.
Yeah,
Or
you
can
guys
kick
have
it down,
got
whichever
this.
you'd rather, although your strength's this.
No, because I would give you that, but specifically I said that the front door was hanging off its hinges. Kat, can I get the super creepy music we discussed earlier, please?
Oh dear.
Yeah, the second one, I think. I think it's called... There's one that's called Dark Void, which might be appropriate.
That's
So-
it.
Okay, can I get stealth rolls from both the rogues, please? As the bard and the wizard sit down outside. 31!
That is because so when you roll a critical success, you have to say it. It was a critical success, so she is.
Awesome. You are... Describe to me... So, ahead of you, you've got this long, dark corridor with just... initially opens out into sort of an office with a desk, and then you can see a door on the right and a door on the left, and the one on the right leads towards a staircase going up. You don't know about the one on the left, it's closed. Describe to me how stealthy you are. Describe to me how you pick through this.
Really stealthy.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So you make sure you look at the cobblestones. There's no loose ones. You're not kicking any loose material on the floor. You barely even make the dust move as you walk through into this sort of lobby area. And there is dust all over the place. What did you get, Noggin?
I got an 18 plus 13. So that is also.
That's also
31.
31. Is it?
I think so.
Just confirm. That is
18.
also
Yeah, I
31.
I don't know. I don't trust my maths.
No,
at
it
all.
is. You're right.
We are so stealthy.
What on earth?
This is a great idea.
Yeah, they do. This is a great idea.
Superb.
It's gone so well.
So the two of you can see each other, obviously, but you are beyond certain that no one else can see you right now. What would you like to do? Meanwhile, why don't you discuss what you're going to do for a second? Meanwhile, the wizard and the bard sit down for 10 minutes outside. Alistair, you continue to concentrate on the building.
Charles
A
Xavier.
door there. We can't
Absolutely.
see one. We can see two doors, I think. One straight on.
So
and one
I'm rolling a wisdom saving
And then
throw, yeah?
there's another door that's closed,
Yes,
but we
I'm.
can't see it.
God, I can't figure this out.
Can't see it.
I don't know, but it's closed.
I rolled a
We
13
can see a staircase.
with
and
minus
a door
4 because
closed.
you got one of my objects. So 9.
It's on the same, isn't
What's your DC?
Wow.
it? 16.
we
16,
hear
yeah,
him?
so it
Going
fails.
up a staircase?
But you sit down. Describe to me how you cast scrying.
We
What's
hear a door
Alana's spin on this?
Well, I put on my robe and wizard hat, and
Okay.
I don't
Because
have
if,
one.
it,
I
if
take
the
off my
door didn't
apron and I sit on it.
then the door
I do a
to
kind
the
of
staircase is
sort of
open.
meditative pose. I shut, start glowing a bit more. The armor is getting so shiny now. It's almost sort of
It's glowing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like that very peacefully for 10 minutes next
Okay.
to Charles Xavier.
And you feel a stirring in the weave, the beautiful, magical, the force that holds together with a small f, lowercase f, that holds together the magic users of this universe. And you feel a stirring heading towards this building, and you're like, oh yeah, I got this guy. And then it fizzles. And you feel like you've been rebutted. And there's this void, this gap in the very weave that you would use to detect the guy around the second level of this building.
Okay, well, there's something really scary down there, so I'm going to go back to the ship. You guys have fun. No. Yeah, I just kind of sort of shudder awake, and I sort of turn and go, yeah, I have no idea.
Oh,
Should we go after them?
They're 10 minutes gone, so
Yeah,
we're gonna...
They could be dead by now.
let's wait for Lenk to catch up.
Sure, yeah, 10 minutes. In about another minute, Lenk... I had no idea which way you were going. You could have at least told me which way you were going.
Sorry. Your brother's inside. We're thinking we're going to go in. The rogue's already gone.
I shall guard the outside.
Are you sure you don't?
I'm very tired.
We're going in.
Rogues, have you formulated a plan?
Did we hear a door slam?
You didn't hear a door slam, no.
Did we hear anyone going up some stairs?
Roll perception checks for me.
14.
You didn't hear someone going up the stairs, but as you stand here, you hear a scuffle on the floor ahead of you and a creaking of a floorboard.
Did you hear that as well?
Yeah, so we'll go upstairs.
Okay.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
You quickly fly up the stairs, very quietly. And the staircase goes out to a first level and then continues on up.
But it won't be at this level if we heard it just above us.
Yeah,
So
It's true.
so stay this level.
look
Okay.
around.
You look around, the corridor opens up into this disturbingly eerie, empty prison. It's obviously not been used for a very long time. Occasionally, the rotting wooden floorboard has let one of the iron bars fall down, leaving a gap in some of the cells. The cells are all empty, rusting. There's cobweb over the ceiling. It's not an incredibly inviting atmosphere.
Could still be invisible.
Yeah.
Don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
I suppose he's kind of avoiding this, so he might be avoiding everyone.
Yeah. I say we'll stealth down and see if we see any clues.
Okay. I'm going to let you keep that 31 for a bit because that was awesome.
So clever.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Kat. But can you both roll survival checks for me then, as you look around? Actually, make it investigation checks as you're looking around.
17. Oh no, investigation. 24.
24.
I only got 11.
You got 11. Okay, so Merla, as you move down this corridor, you see the dust has been kicked up, and you see obvious tracks through the dust leading to the other side of the building, where you see another staircase. Noggin, you also see this. You also see that the cobwebs at various points have been moved. There's tail swipes across the floor at certain points. Obviously, a Komodo, a lizard person, has moved through here at great speed towards the staircase on the other side.
Okay.
Is there anything other than the staircase?
So all this corridor is prison cells. Yeah, absolutely. You head up those stairs, and now this time you've got another corridor, prison cells, but on your left there is a small wooden door. Roll perception checks for me.
Critical failure.
Oh.
Bound to happen at some
Why
point.
did that happen?
Because I thought shiny things again, and I had my existential crisis going on. I was like, these things could be shiny. They're just hidden, so they're not shiny. So then I'm testing everything to see what is real and what's not.
Yeah, absolutely. So from behind the door, you hear a
I didn't hear anything.
you heard that. Yeah, so Merla starts moving towards the door for no reason you can discern.
What are you doing?
I'm going inside.
Why?
Because I heard something.
You heard something.
Cool. Roll a stealth check to see how quietly you open the door.
25.
25. Click. And the door just glides open. And then sat there on the floor, head in his hands, with a dagger on his belt now, sits this lizard man just sort of panting from the run that he's had. You guys are way fitter than he is. You've chased him across the entire city. But hey, you're adventurers, you're used to it. At this point, you hear a commotion as Alana and Alistair very loudly come in downstairs.
I think he's upstairs.
Is he?
And the lizard man turns around and looks at you, Merla, and goes, "You can't take me." And he's going to lunge at you with the dagger as he pulls it from his belt. What's your armor class there? So it should be...
17.
Okay, he only rolls a 10. So as he jumps towards you, yeah, he rolled really badly. As he jumps towards you, you sidestep, and he falls into Noggin behind. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
That is a 18 plus 9.
Okay, yeah. Describe to me how you stop this knife from entering you, Noggin.
I would quite like to kind of take the knife if I can.
Yeah. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Yeah, he didn't roll well.
That is a 20, not natural.
Yeah, you've got his knife now, and now he's between the two of you, and now you hear your friends appearing in the corridor, and you see that the two rogues have cornered this lizard man. Without you.
Well done, girls.
Everything's under control. We're fine, yeah.
Can I walk up to him
Uh-huh.
and say, I suggest you surrender?
And your hand passes through his hand.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody roll perception checks very quickly. He's literally a wizard in the School of Illusion. Like, 25? 11? 12?
19.
19. So, Noggin and Alana, you see the dust kicking off again, moving back down this second flow.
I feel that, actually.
Yeah, you feel that he's around, and he's going further away from you.
Which direction is he going? Is he going towards the other door?
So he was behind this other door. He's now moving back down the second floor corridor, and he's going up to the next floor.
Follow.
He's going that
He's
way.
this way.
Yeah, sure. Alana's at the front as you head up the stairs. Roll another perception check for me.
20.
Wow. Okay. Is that natural 20 or
No, natural 16.
natural? Okay. You can hear that he hasn't got off at the 3rd floor. He's still going up. Thank you, Kat. Still going up to the roof.
Let's keep going then.
Yes.
You go up to the stairs, and he's there, stood on the roof, looking around like, well, I don't have many options now. And he turns back and says, I told you, and I told your friends, you can't take me. I will keep running, and I will keep playing these games, and I have so much left in the tank.
Crossbow bolt.
Roll an attack roll with advantage. Wow.
Natural 20.
No! So roll, what is that? 1d8 doubled plus 5d6 doubled.
I'm going to go and help.
Yeah, do the maths. Take some dice. There's some more dice.
Okay, so I've got 5d6. D8 twice. So 8.
Doesn't have that much hit points, you know. I had this really dramatic thing planned. He's just gonna die.
So, am I just stood there?
No, you're on the roof. So you and Alistair, the dwarf, you followed them up to the roof, and you watch as Alana 41 damage.
41 damage.
Reese. No, never mind. I've got Naomi here. Nate, would you like to read into the microphone what this person's hit points were?
That would be 40.
Amazing coup d'etat for... He's dead. Describe to us the kill.
Crossbow bolt right through the eye.
So he's there. He stood watching you, Alana. He goes, "I've got so much left in the tank," and he's just lizard blood flies out, and he just down.
Oh.
And you hear a shout. You hear a shout from down on the street. Did you get him? I had something. Did you get him?
Well done, Noggin. Sort of superfluous us being here, really.
I was making a stew, and then something happened, and now I'm here. I don't even know who that was. Where am I? I took a nap.
Can I tell the person on the street that he's kind of dead?
Yeah, sure. So you go over to the edge of the building and you look down and you see this old lizard person shouting up, and you say,
He's a little bit dead.
and you see a look of real sadness come over the guy's face. And you go, I guess it was going to end that way sooner or later. How did he die?
Well, it involved his eye and a lot of blood.
Oh. Well, was it quick at least?
It was very quick.
Fairly quick, yeah. He wasn't expecting it though.
Good. As long as he didn't see it come. No, that's a pun. That's a pun. I don't want to say that about my brother's death.
You're grieving. It does funny things.
It does. Wow. I wasn't quite expecting that, no. What would the party like to do?
I would like to search his body for shiny things.
I didn't need to ask, did I, really? That's sure. Roll an investigation check. What would the rest of the party like to do? Alana's having a minor crisis.
Just sort of rushing blood off the hat.
15.
What can you do?
We can do anything.
You can almost literally do anything.
Okay.
So we were investigating a murder.
I know
the
that-
murder is dead.
That doesn't help, really,
But then
does it?
haven't we murdered him?
Oh.
So
Oh.
can I run away and hide before I get caught by the police?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, it's that one.
Natural 20.
Natural
Yeah, she's
20.
got it.
There we go. So Merla disappears. She's she slipped past you all when you didn't realise, and she's gone all the way downstairs. And she just you got the impression that she wasn't cool with what went down. She wasn't okay with that. Alana's not okay with it.
No, I really should get out of here as well, to be honest. Like, this is not okay. I'm just going to back away slowly. Tempted to cast a dimension door, but probably not.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, go on.
All right. Where are you dimension dooring to?
I want to get back to the ship, but that just sounds silly.
You
Okay.
don't need to roll because you're winning, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
okay.
don't need to roll. Describe to us how your dimension door.
I'm just kind of like, nope, and just sort of turn around and sort of wave arms in the air, draw a little rectangle,
Yeah.
and shiny, bright, yellow glowing light.
Cool. And you step into it, and you you want to get back to the ship. That's what you're thinking.
What's going? Yeah, why not?
The ship is out of range.
Very okay.
I think it's fair for me to say, like, I think considering the context of what's going on here, it would be unfair if I didn't tell you that the ship was out of range. Because you're on a floating city.
I have fly.
Okay,
No, no.
cool. So you think about the ship, and then and you're in the middle of thunderclouds falling. You look up and you see the bottom of this crag, the bottom of this mountain on which the city that you were on is held. And you can see this beautiful crackling lightning. And it reminds you very much of the orb that you saw in the School of Illusion. That was a lovely reaction there. That Noggin poked with a pen. And as you're having this thought, you look down and there's a caldera below you, which has flooded. In the middle of it is now a lagoon. And you know that this is the Trocken caldera, where the ship is docked. But you also have realised that that is about a mile below you right now.
I have a mile of free fall to the side. I can sit there for 10 minutes and cast another scrying spell.
And Alana just very calmly goes, "It's been a strange day." As she falls through the air. And that is where we're going to leave this hour of adventurous frontier. No, she's not going to die. No. She can fly. She casts fly at the end. She's going to...
Thank you all so much for doing this and for playing. Please do feel free to come back at any point. I say we are doing 250 hours.
where did you die?
We are just over halfway. We are here 10 till 3 and then 5 till 10 every day until the end of the fringe, apart from the 24th and 25th. We're live streaming as well on twitch.tv/adventurers and we're live tweeting on Adventurers 250. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Check it out. Tell your pals, come back, play, watch, whatever you fancy. That sounds it. I'm going to quickly pass over to you guys. If anyone here is involved in another show or that at the Fringe, have a wee quick one-line plug. Bam.
Conversation with the rats at the Space on the Mile every day for the next 2 weeks, 5 o'clock. 10 past 5. Yeah. Come see it.
They're not in the house, are they?
They're not real rats.
Oh.
They're people.
No.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. A cast and some other people who aren't important.
I've written and I'm in a puppet musical that is about a little girl dealing with grief. It's on at midday every single day, and it is at venue 13, so it's very close by. And it's really good.
Good review.
I'm not in anything else because I'm here all the time. But I would like to plug my friends Katie and Jay, who together are the next best thing. They're at the Pleasance Courtyard with their show How to Be Good at Everything. It's an incredible, bizarre seminar about millennials.
And we just wanted to say as well, as a whole team,
Yeah.
Isla has been here as our BSL, British Sign Language interpreter, and as Noggin. from the second to now, and this is her last day with us today, unfortunately. So can we please have a big round of applause for her?
Yeah! And what a way to go out as well. Incredible. Cool.
My new dice, they serve me well.
Yeah. Thank you all so much again, and yeah, please do feel free to come back. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Woo! Thanks very much. Right.
We have a show in here in half an hour, so we have to. You pick that well. You can keep.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.